Do me a favor and watch this video.
Carrie, look at this video.
Already seen it.
Oh! Did you see that? Did you see that coming? I bet you didn't. Watch it again this time. With me. Watch it. Laugh. Laugh. Laugh.
Okay, now, normally I don't have a problem with physical assault in comedy. I don't really see that as an issue per se. However, when physical assault in comedy is one directional, then that becomes a bit of a problem. Now, if you're like, well, it's just comedy, why are you so mad, bro, why are you so mad? Okay, let's look at it like this, okay? Especially for you white liberals out there. Imagine we had a culture whereby every movie or entertainment industry, including YouTube and YouTubers, has no problem showcasing white women smack the shit out of black women. And I'm using women for you women out there, because if I used men, you wouldn't really have that much empathy. So I'm trying to use your gender so you understand how greatly stupid this thing is. Imagine if white women slapped black women on TV. Nobody had a problem with that. Everybody laughed. It's comedy. It's funny, bro. You said that white chick slapped this black bitch. Everybody laughed. And YouTube, because you don't want to be on cool, you're like, yeah, that's kind of funny, because you don't want to be considered a snowflake, right? You laugh along with it. Then you say, oh, I have a better movie. I have a movie for you. And you showcase a movie. And in this movie, a black chick smacks shit out of a white chick. In one of these rare movies that they don't really make, a black chick smacks the shit out of a white chick. And then everybody loses their fucking mind. They're like, oh my God, how dare this black chick slap a white chick? This is racism. This is racism. Black women should never put their hands on white women. This is racism. But you're like, bro. Did you guys not just watch that movie where the white chick hit a black chick? Is that not considered racism? Like, no. Okay, listen. People should not hit people. Nobody should eat anybody. But black chicks should not hit white chicks. Women. Black women especially. Would you consider that racism? Oh, really? So you would consider that shit racism? Okay. Just like it's still racism when it's one directional when it comes to race, it's also sexism when it's one directional when it comes to sex. I will guarantee you, most of your females or you males out here that find this shit hilarious will not find this shit so hilarious if we flipped the gender and we made it such a way that a man smacked a chick because she wasn't watching the meme that he wanted her to watch. It wouldn't be that hilarious anymore. And the reason is conditioning, okay? I have a problem with men. And the problem with men that I have is their lack of self-preservation. They have no problem making fun of themselves, but they have so much issue making fun of women. They put women on such a pedestal that they cannot even make fun of women, but then they will let women make fun of them at their own expense. And do you know what that does to society? That makes it a norm whereby women are exempt from any kind of criticism and exempt from any kind of jokes because they're treated more preciously than a man. And the man can get his ass kicked and nobody gives a fuck, right? Because it's a man. It's supposed to get his ass kicked. But women, oh, not precious. No, don't do anything to women, right? Now, I'm not advocating that you just start smacking women in the back of the head as a joke. I'm just saying that if you're going to do it to men, do it to women too. It's only a joke when both parties are made fun of. Abuse is only considered funny when you make fun of men getting abused and make fun of women getting abused. If it's not the case, then don't fucking do it. Don't be one directional and be like, no, we can only joke about men getting abused by women. Slapstick only involves men getting punched in the face by a chick. It doesn't involve a chick getting punched in the face by a man. Don't go down that route. One of the only people that do it correctly, in my opinion, is Family Guy. Meg just gets wrecked. She gets wrecked, right? But also Peter gets his ass beat. Even that scene when Meg comes back from prison and she completely beats the shit out of her father and her entire family, including Stewie. It was fucking hilarious because Meg always got wrecked in Family Guy, and I wanted Meg to beat the shit out of Peter for one fucking time, and she did. And that was fucking awesome. I have no problem with slapstick comedy so far slapstick comedy is not sexually biased. It's not biased against men when women can get away with smacking a man in the back of the head. To me, that's not comedy. To me, that is just misandry. Because if women are only the ones allowed to do such a thing, it becomes a problem. And that's the case of this society. Women are only the ones allowed to physically touch the opposite gender, and everybody considers that funny. Okay, men are not allowed to do that. And if you notice, this goes back to when we were kids, because this indoctrination took place when we were children. Kids Next Door. Okay, I remember when Kids Next Door had a collaboration with Brim and Evil, right? And the number one got his ass beat by Mandy, Billy's friend. And it's only one direction. I was like, that's kind of weird. I remember them doing the same thing in Johnny Bravo, right? He just gets his ass beat, women spit in his face, kick him in the nuts and shit like that. I remember all that shit when I was a kid. At first it was like, oh, it's good. But when I started seeing the world for what it really is and how this disparity existed, I started noticing that it was only one directional. Only women were allowed to hit men, not the other way around. And that now removes the comedy out of slapstick comedy. It's not just slapstick. Okay, Naruto is a serial offender. Okay, our anime is just horrible for this kind of things. Right? So it's not just the West, it's every other place the West has influenced that is doing the exact same dumb shit, where it's okay for a man to get smacked by a woman. And one of the worst examples of such a trope is a series called Ally McBeal. They're just horrible. This woman is out of control. She just throws water on men, slaps men, and shit like that. And none of that shit is funny. It's just abuse. It's just a bunch of women throwing tantrums like little kids and physically assaulting grown-ass men that have every right to knock them out, but these men just take it because that's what they're trying to feed us. They're trying to indoctrinate us to be able to take abuse from women, and that's how women do crazy shit in public and get away with it because we have already been indoctrinated to take abuse from women. None of this shit is funny. And what annoys me is that men push this narrative. All the social media men, they push this narrative. They know for a fact that they could never switch the genders. They know this, but they continually over and over again push these narratives because apparently women like to sponsor this kind of behavior, because apparently women drive the market and they like to sponsor this kind of media. It's insanity. It's crazy to me, because I can guarantee you, if this happened with the female gender and it's a Sarkeesian will come up from nowhere and start screaming at men for bias in the media, it's comedy that Anita Sarkeesian goes out there screaming about bias in the media when it comes to women, but has no problem when it comes to the entire fucking trope of men getting physically assaulted by women. To her, that is okay. That is fine. That is comedy. But she has no problem when it comes to men getting assaulted. But she can scream about, oh my God, people are liking a woman for being nude. Get the fuck out of here. This kind of one-sided comedy, which is actually misandry, has to stop. This one-directional slapstick comedy where only men can get their ass whooped has to stop. Okay? We have to start calling out this kind of bad behavior. We have to start calling out this kind of incentivizing media that keeps doing this kind of bullshit. Because they're the main ones that are behind all this nonsense. Do you think that they would have the balls to do the same thing with women? They wouldn't. None of them would have the balls to do the same thing with women, because they know that they will get counseled. They know that. But instead, they keep pushing this narrative whereby it's okay for men to get smacked in the back of the head, because to them, men cannot be assaulted. Men cannot be assaulted. So this thing is comedy to them, because they know that nobody will be mad, because everybody has been socially engineered to think that this shit is okay. So this bullshit got to stop. Anyway, guys, that's what I'm going to say today, and I will see you guys later.